Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hi, Noelle. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Lynn. How are you? Well,
I'm good. I was like, oh no, the
no,
sound is on
my
again.
goal is to pull up my chat without hearing myself, but
Mike Wheeler, thank you so much for your patience and staying calm and throwing all the spider emojis in there. And I owe you some hippo chair spins, my friend, and we need to get that out of the way. So I'm going to do that right now.
go for it.
I think we've earned it dealing with some
Yes.
troubleshooting behind the scenes. I'm going to do this one's for Mike and Noelle, for all you moms out there. Ready,
Uh,
set, uh-oh.
no.
Wee! I did not get very much air on that one.
Okay. Oh.
All right.
So, how's your Mother's Day?
My Mother's Day was awesome so far, and it's like not even over yet. I ran for charity this morning at 7 a.m. I did a world run. It was the first time doing that. And I ran further than I've ever ran before. And I'm gonna get a little teary eyed again.
Oh, I love it. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. It was really amazing just like on that run. I don't know. It's different running by yourself. It's a totally different experience, but even though I was running with thousands and thousands of people all around the world at the same time, but like not having someone running by your side, was my first time doing like an actual race by myself. So it was really amazing. It was for a good cause. It was Wings for Life. They support spinal cord injury research and awareness to try and find a cure. And that's what I was running for. So I figured, why not go further than I've ever gone before for a good cause? And I'm really happy about it. So,
That's so awesome. I'm really happy for you.
yeah.
I mean, it must have felt different than when you train and just to run by yourself, like racing, like trying to get as far as you can. Because that was the goal, right? Just run as far as you can in the time.
Yeah, so this was actually my first timed race as well because all the other ones they're kind of timed but not really. You can just kind of run at whatever pace. There's area like I don't know, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I know. You have to you have to run a certain like
You have
mile.
to finish, yeah, like you can run 15 minutes a mile, which is basically just speed walking and it's fine. This one I had to maintain an average pace of um I believe it was 11 minutes and 10 seconds for 7 miles.
Wow.
So I almost completed it all the way during the time, but I did complete it even after the time was up. I still went the full 7 miles I had wanted to go. But yeah, and then
Exciting. I'm so proud of
yeah,
you.
thank you. And then we were gonna go to the beach. That was super crazy. So we turned around and went to our pool. And then Luke and I cuddled and took a nap, and that's where we're at now. How about you? How was your Mother's Day?
We went to work and we were very busy and it went quick. And then
Good.
here I am with you. I
Yay!
um my really cool. I don't know if you can see it.
Wicked awesome stepmother. I love it.
It's
That's a
one of my
cool
Disney
shirt.
shirts, and I was like, "Oh, this is so perfect for today." So
Yeah, I love it. Mike Wheeler, I'm here. Noelle's here. You're here. You're throwing all the emojis up there, and that makes us pretty happy. I'm happy.
me too.
All right. Well, see, we've got a party started right there. To everybody else, I'm not sure where they're at, but maybe they'll come later. We are talking Epcot Festivals today. Very excited about that. We're gonna basically go over the different festivals that are offered, and we're talking like present times. So we're going from 2021 and forward of what to expect and what they have going on. Eric Newman, welcome in. Thank
Sure.
you. We're not going to be discussing spiders today. That is not on the agenda. I don't think there's any spider festivals at Epcot going on. Maybe Animal Kingdom in the future, but so let's start out with what festivals there are available.
Okay.
So do you want me to start off or do you want to take it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so there are 4 festivals that go on throughout the year, and this year's a little bit different because usually in the summer months it's called dry cut. Isn't that the
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
nothing going on in the summertime? Usually it's
I spilled that water bottle, but like it has a lid, so it didn't go anywhere.
saved. Look at those cat-like reflexes. Um, but this year it's different. So there are festivals going on almost every single day of the year in 2021.
It's
Which
insane.
that
Like,
is, yeah.
and well, talk about the festivals, then I'll talk about what I think. So
Okay.
go ahead, announce them all.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say what festivals they are and when they are going on this year for 2021. So we had one pass already. We had Festival of the Arts. That was January 8th to February 22nd. And then right after that, we have our festival we're in right now, which is the Flower and Garden Festival running March 3rd until July 5th this year, which is like, that's like
Long, long, long.
long time. That's like at least a month and a half longer than normally runs for. And then Food and Wine Festival coming right up after that, July 15th to November 22nd. And then we have our shortest festival of all of them is Festival of the Holidays starting November 27th to December 30th. So what do you want to talk about first about the festivals?
Well, my first thing when we were just saying about how normally, and Mike mentioned in chat from like the middle of June till the middle of August, there's nothing that happens.
Right. Yes.
I think that like as we start to see, hopefully, the plans for Epcot come to fruition with all the new construction and how
Mm-hmm.
everything's going forward, I really see the goal is to have something happening there all the time. Like we see
Yeah.
this year, I don't think this trend is just for this year, like a filler. I think that they're going to continue because they're building that whole fingers crossed, they're still building, or who knows, that
Right.
center back in the spine. So I think that that means they're going to have something going on all year long to
I hope
really.
so.
I hope so too. I mean, like, well, we'll get into that in a little bit, but I mean, I think it's very exciting. It's weird to think about some like a festival going on all the time, but
Well, because
very
you did your cast member program there, right? Their college
yes,
program
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
Epcot, right? That
During
was
Flower and Garden, that was part of our.
aw.
Yeah, it was weird. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story. We're just gonna go right
Yes,
into it.
yeah, absolutely. Please
Um,
do. Well, we love to hear stories.
so that was in 2006, and I don't know what the dates for Flower and Garden were, but they were not as long as this year or years past. It was a way
Very
shorter
short.
festival, and it wasn't. It was really back when it was Flower and Garden, where it was all about like the topiaries and how the park looks so beautiful, and all the
Mhm.
stands where people selling like flower stuff for your yard,
That's
like
so
cool.
cool.
It wasn't the focus like it is now, not the focus, but there weren't food booths like there are now. Like now every festival has its food booths and drinks. And
Right.
that's something that we all talk about. I mean, I know it
Yeah.
excites everybody is to see the park look pretty, but also eat all the food and drink all the drinks.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing. And so it was a lot shorter. But at some point, like obviously before the festival started, you could sign up like if you wanted to like spend the few months of 2 months, whatever, that Flower and Garden, if you want to work at Flower and Garden instead of at Mouse Gear. I can tell you, I am so happy I didn't get picked because I loved my location so
Uh-huh.
much. And then when the people who did Flower and Garden, like there was a couple of the other college kids
Uh-huh.
came back, that's when like the first round of people were leaving. Like I stayed through the summer, but they were
Right.
leaving. And lucky enough, like at that point is when like they asked me to go do like the Disney trainer certification so I could be a trainer
Yeah.
on vacation. And I was like, oh, if I went to Flower and Garden, I would have never had that
Aw.
opportunity. And I would have never made the friends that I did at my
Yeah.
tour. Like we Pirates 2 came out when I was there, the movie, and we got to stay there like at Epcot all night long
Yeah.
and redo our store for Pirates, like redo a whole section of our store
That's so
from like
cool.
after we closed until like 7 in the morning. Like it was so weird and like so awesome, and to see that like actually happen, and I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't have had that chance. So
Yeah.
I'm lucky, but you still got to do the festival. So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
And so that 2006. So how long has the Flower and Garden Festival been going on?
I don't know the answer.
I'm
Um,
not sure
it
either.
would probably tell us if we knew what year it was of the Flower and Garden Festival. I was like,
Yeah.
what year?
Mike Wheeler,
Yeah, Mike Wheeler.
paging Mike Wheeler.
Hey, Dean, how are you?
Hi, Dean. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Mike Wheeler said it's now known as Festive Cot.
Yes, it is.
That's
Ah,
great. Yeah,
mhm.
I know it's one of the newer festivals, but I'm not sure 100% on the years that it's been going on. But it seems like there you go. Mike Wheeler never disappoints.
Wait,
1995.
wow, so a while.
So it had been going on for 11 years by the time that you were there for that.
Yeah. But I
But
mean,
that,
it was still just flowers and gardens. And
yeah,
I love how Epcot look like, just to focus on flower and garden, and we can start from now and move through the year if you want to go chronologically,
sure.
whatever. But
Yeah, we can start from where we're at and then
yeah,
follow up
whatever you
on
want to
Festival of the Arts at the end. Yeah, let's just do that.
do.
This is our show. We can do whatever we want.
I love how Epcot looks during Flower and Garden. I can still picture
Me
looking out on
too.
the part of the waterway that goes like from the center bridge over to where Imagination is,
Hmm.
and seeing those butterflies like all over that grass that they do. Like they make the whole thing into like those.
Yeah,
That's like one of that's if you say Flower and Garden, that's what my mind thinks of.
iconic. Yeah. Hey, Chris, welcome in on a
Oh,
LA
hey Chris.
7.
Oh, you
Yeah,
changed the name. I was like, oh yeah.
I was so
Changed
confused the other day. I think he did that on purpose. He definitely did that on purpose to confuse
Yes.
me. Pull out one of my blonde moments for his name change.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree with you 100% that that is just like the iconic like image. Like you have to go and take a picture by it, of it,
No,
multiple
because you're there,
angles.
like the
Hmm.
Imagination Pavilion, like
Yeah,
so beautiful. It's
it's
so
so pretty.
beautiful.
And it just smells incredible
Yes. And like I
everywhere.
have terrible allergies, but why are they're not bad when I'm at Flower and Garden. Like maybe I'm just not allergic to those things. So
You're not allergic to Disney. We know this
exactly.
much. Allergies just go away. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, same
Yes.
to all you other moms out there. And Noelle, happy Mother's Day, and thank you guys for hanging out with us on
Our
the
moms,
holiday.
if they're watching.
Yes, moms, if you're watching, and Candy Mom, another mom's
Yes.
here. Happy Mother's
Oh,
Day.
happy Candy Mom Day. That's what I was gonna say.
It is now forever known as Happy Candy Mom Day.
Oh, and real quick, because I wanted to do this for weeks, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to Pat if she's watching. Her and Barry, they're my customers at the store. So
Aw, happy
and I
Mother's
just wanted to
Day.
say hi to them. I keep on
Yeah.
thinking about it, and then we start talking and like
It's
forget.
okay. It happens.
Yeah. Uh,
Well, was it Pat and who?
Pat and Barry.
Pat and Barry. Hi.
And little Chase if he watches, because he says I'm not the same person. Because
Uh,
I'm not the same as I do at work.
that's so funny. Well, you
Uh,
look a little bit different with the mask on.
yeah, and like I have a hat on at work a lot, my little Mickey
Incognito.
Mhm. But yeah, so flower and garden so beautiful. Do you like now what is your favorite thing? Like, do you focus on the food booths? Like, is that your thing? Like, do you want to try all you can try, or do you like what do you like to do at, for example, flower and garden?
So, if as far as flower and garden, that's what we're talking about right now.
Mhm.
Um, that one is the one that I have liked the food from the most, which is
Okay.
another part of why, another part of just loving that festival the best because it has always had the best food. Never disappoints, and there's always new items out, and then there's always festival favorites that are returning, like the onion tart, the La Vie and Rose from the France Pavilion. That booth is just fire every year. And then the butterfly house, like seeing them hatch and then all of the butterflies everywhere. And I'm so happy that they brought that back again. I was a little worried that they weren't because of everything.
Same. I was so surprised when I saw that. I was so
Yeah.
happy that it is amazing. It used to be right outside Mouse Gear when I worked there.
Oh, really? All the way
Right
over
out that
there?
back door when you walk towards Test Track. Well, Mouse Gear's not there, which is sad. But like when you walk towards Test Track,
Yeah.
but like if you turn to go towards like Mexico, like it was that way. It was like right on the rim.
Really?
That was so cool.
Hey,
I
two
love
real geeks, welcome in. Um, yeah, as far as long as I've been going to the festival, it was out on the other side. It was out
Mhm.
towards the land pavilion.
Right, they moved it.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, welcome in. Thank you. Uh, Dean, that's shocking. His favorite food of any of the festivals is a turkey leg. Um, but yeah, just that, and then just experiencing all of the beauty everywhere, the topiaries. I don't think I've ever gone around and seen every single topiary. It's something I'd love to do. Like,
I know.
check it
It's
off your list, each one.
once you get going around the world, you're just like it just gets
Yeah,
overwhelming sometimes. But yeah,
yeah,
I love looking at all of them.
yeah.
It is beautiful. And they work so hard to create all those topiaries and
They're incredible. They really
yeah,
are.
it really is. So
That I can't remember where I saw it, but it was a few weeks ago, and I saw like it's like the skeleton of the topiaries that they use to start building it, but they build them like new, fresh every single year and then
right?
maintain them for the whole festival, which I mean, I kill plants that come into my house. Like it is their death sentence, like bringing a plant into my house. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna be pretty for a little while. But I don't know how that's just some more Disney magic there. A lot of green thumbs around. But
Yes, it's
what about you? What are your favorite things about the Flower and Garden Festival?
I agree with you, the topiaries. I love seeing all the things like um I was gonna get into this in a minute, but I guess I'll just like well, I'll wait till food. We talked about food and wine, so I'll save my talking points. So I'll just say my favorite thing are the topiaries. I love
Yeah,
how it enhances Epcot's beauty, in my opinion. I wish we were
agree.
there all the time, but I know how much work that is, and then
Yeah,
but I think that it's awesome.
yeah,
And everywhere you go, and then the ones that like move and like just cool little things about it,
yeah.
like and how they don't look out of place. Like everything is
Right.
where it should be. It's not like
Themed.
I'm walking, oh, for Flower and Garden, we're just gonna put these anywhere.
Right.
I love that.
I love that. Yeah, exactly. Like they have each country is themed for those Disney characters that, you know, hail from
Yeah.
said country. But yeah, they do a great job and I really love it. The beauty, just being there. You don't even have to do anything. Just walking around and being there is comforting and enjoyable. Um, but oh, thanks for stopping
Thanks for
in.
stopping by.
Yeah, congratulations. What about you guys? Any thoughts on Flower and Garden? What are your favorite things about Flower and Garden Festival? What do you miss about Flower and Garden Festival? What would you like to see in the future for Flower and Garden Festival before we move on to the next one? One thing I do miss is the farmhouse meatball. I know this is very insignificant to most people, but it was so good.
Well,
So
you never
good.
know. There's always opportunity to bring it back. So
Yeah, what is it that Josh talks about? Like the taste of the festival, like taste of Epcot is how it's like returning favorites.
oh, right. I know what you're talking about. Like the little special booth. It's like
Yeah.
they don't go anywhere in their little countries or their little areas. It's just like
Yeah.
these are fan favorites.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully it does come back there. You're not
Super
the only one
fun.
who like that. So
Yeah, it was a fan favorite. It was so good. I
yeah,
know people that didn't know it was fake meat
I know. That's so
for a
crazy.
while, so you know, that's how good it was.
Uh, hey, Dave. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you doing today?
Okay. So
Oh,
I
I
guess
keep
we can
losing.
move forward to food and wine. That's
Sure.
next.
Yeah,
Um, food and wine. Like when I was, this is like one of my little. I have a bunch of stories. I feel like tonight I'm just full of them.
I love it.
Um,
Bring it on. We
so I
love
told you
stories.
guys before that like we always went the first week of November because Jersey week and like we were off school and
Mhm.
that's my parents' week at their timeshare. That's what they have. So that's always
Uh-huh.
where we went. And that was always during Food and Wine, and, like, it used to be, like, the end of Food and Wine. I feel like Food and Wine just keeps going. It was like, "Oh, we got lucky, Food and Wine is this week." But,
Yeah.
like, honestly, when I was younger, it never meant anything with my parents. Like, we would go and there'd be some stuff, but and maybe you would get a snack, but like I told you, we just, like, barely ate in the parks and we had the timeshare
Right.
cooked and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just neat being there and, like, just feeling the buzz.
Yeah.
Now, what else? Oh, I was gonna say this too. Do you know how why Food and Wine started?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
my story might not be exactly correct. I didn't write down, but from memory, it was when George Calagridis was in charge of the parks, and he just, like, back in the '90s, and he went to a city in Colorado. I don't want to say Aspen, like it might be one of those, like, and they had a like a Food and Wine festival
Oh, yeah. I think it is
going
at
on.
Aspen.
Right, and so they had a Food and Wine festival
Okay.
going on. He was like, "This is such a cool idea." And believe it or not, everyone, there was a time when the parks weren't as crowded as they are now. So it was a way to bring, especially locals, people
More
to the
traffic.
parks on the weekends, hang out, and, like, have something new and exciting to do, especially at
Oh,
Epcot.
right.
Really bring in all the different types of food and
Yeah.
wine, everything. So it was just a way to get people to go. And now, like, obviously, everyone looks forward. It's the oldest, like, premier festival of Epcot. So
Yeah. That's
I'm
awesome. I actually do remember vaguely now that you said that, like, didn't it used to only when it first started, it was only on weekends or
right.
all the festivals, maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't, yeah, I know what you mean. It was yes, okay. I know what you're saying. The festival stuff was there, but, like, the things happened on the weekend, like,
Right.
because that's when
They
it
wanted
was
to draw
really.
more traffic,
Yes, exactly.
get
People had
people.
off who lived near, locals lived nearby. They weren't going to work, so they could come enjoy the festival.
Yeah.
The Thailand Festival Flower Garden.
Flower
Oh,
Garden was
wow,
first, Mike?
that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Me
Th
either.
That's crazy. So Mike Wheeler dropping the facts. You're
Yes. That's
so
so glad to
incredible.
hear that.
You're so incredible.
I know.
I don't remember, like, what I ate yesterday, but that's not true. I remember all my food. The timeline of the opening of the festivals was Flower and Garden, 1984, Food and Wine, 1995, Festival of Holidays, 96. Man, and then a dry spell until farts in 2016. That's so funny. So, yeah, that's actually really shocking. I'm surprised by that. Um, oops, there we go. All the way up to 2000, it was only about 30 days total for food.
It's so
Wow.
crazy how it's extended so much, but it is so
Yeah,
popular. It does bring so many people, and if you are local, like, unlike us, but me, but,
right.
you it's nice to come back and experience it. I was gonna say this in one of my tips is that, like, if you have a lot of days to go, even if you're just on vacation and you want to experience the festival more than,
Mhm.
that's one of your primary reasons of being there at that time. You don't
Right,
have to do it all in one day. Like, break it up. Go one day to the festival and then go do another park a different day and then come back to the festival, and
right.
do the other half of World Showcase or however you wanted to split it up. Maybe
Yeah,
every other country. That way you could take your time as you go around. I saw that too. It's so
that's
cute.
funny.
Mike is not human.
He's
Yeah,
superhuman.
he is. Oh,
Yeah, I agree. So, before we move past, like, all of this,
yeah, go ahead.
I do wanna say, like, one little thing that I don't know, I guess it's been quite a while since I really did a festival. I used to do them with Luke. Luke was my little right-hand man and, like, my little tasting buddy, and he would eat the meat for me so I could, like, film him eating it, and
That's cute.
it was so much fun. But, I mean, I don't do that anymore, but we used to do it, and I guess I didn't really remember it, but when I went with my mom, we did festival food, and we both had this long list of all these foods we wanted to try, and so we were trying foods, but I was kind of frustrated because it was like I was just in a constant state of hunger and, like, seeking out what food I could get next and how far I had to go to get it because well, we were really tired at that point and had already had a long day at Epcot, but I just wanted to be like full where I wasn't
Okay.
thinking about like
Oh, I understand.
when am I gonna eat again?
I
But
haven't experienced any festivals, in like, with all the mask restrictions and everything. Like, when we do go in January, it always we always leave, like, the day before Festival of the Arts starts. Like, every single time without fail, it's the day before festival, like,
right.
Thursday, and then festival starts on Friday. So I haven't been,
To
and
Festival of the Arts yet?
no, I haven't been to Festival of the Arts yet. So I haven't been to anything during the pandemic when you have to, like, stop and eat and stuff.
Right.
Um, and like you said, it's not so much for me about, like, I don't really have a plan of, like, what I wanna eat or what I'm gonna eat. It's kinda like if I'm hungry and walking by some booths, it's like, "Okay, well, what do they have? What
What
do
do
these
they have?
have?
Okay.
What could I have at these ones?" But the other thing, because I don't get to go as much, like, all the time, there are things that I wanna have at Epcot that aren't necessarily festival things,
That's
so I just
right.
kinda, like, don't care about them. I'm like, "Okay, well, I know it's here," and I see what people say on, like, social media and
Right.
what might be, like, a standout or, like, "Oh, it'd be really cool at, like, Food and Wine to try X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z," but I also really wanna go to, like, Cava de Tequila and get a
Yeah.
margarita. I don't really need to stop by a booth and get, like, a different drink because that is what I want.
Right.
So it's
That
hard for me to say, like, I mean, I haven't been able to experience it, like,
I think
full
that's a
on.
great point. No, I think that's really, really good. And I kind of forget that being someone who goes more regularly now again, is that, when the festivals come out, I'm like, oh, I get my list out and I research all the food and, all the things I need to try before the festival's over. But I missed out on regular Epcot food. I still am missing out on it because I concentrate so much on festival food. So I think I might back away from that a little bit to start trying different table service restaurants in the different countries more because I'd really like to just eat my food in a sitting and then move on from my day and be able to do all the other things.
Yes, I know
I
exactly what
think,
you mean. Like, it was the first time that we ever ate at San Angel Inn, the one inside Mexico, which
yeah,
we loved, and I know it's, like, people either love it or people just don't have a good experience. We had a great
right.
experience, and then, like, on our way around, we went to the Kringla Bakery at Norway, picked up, like, 5 different treats, and then I went to Germany and got the delicious caramel corn. Have you ever had that?
No, I haven't.
Oh
I've heard.
my god, your life is not lived until you have that, Lynn. They make it in front of you on the thing with the caramel, like,
Oh.
and then we took that, and, like, that night when we got back, 'cause you can't really eat and walk around, so I took these bags of, like, food back to my room, and I was like, "Yes, this is the best ever," like, so
That's great.
that's what I wanted, though. I wanted to go to the bakery. I wanted to get I wanted to get this.
Yeah.
I know I like to go to France and, like, get the ice cream on, like, the brioche bread, like, the
Oh, yeah.
oh my god, like, little things like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
do I wanna sacrifice
I've
something
never had
I
that.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I haven't had those things.
You wanna like, you want something,
Yeah.
but do I try this food booth? Like, at least now we can research and think like, "Okay, I saw that, like, this person tried it or that person and what they had to say," and like, "Oh my god, that thing does look amazing. I should go get that."
Yeah,
I think that's all about your planning and, like, what your goal is of your trip. Like, are you going just for this?
absolutely.
And speaking about, like, adults going to Disney, the theme of our show, some
Yeah.
people really might not be, like, into Disney. Like, and what if you have to go and you're staying at an awesome Epcot resort, like Swan and Dolphin for a conference? That's a
Mhm.
perfect reason to go over and try this food at Epcot. Like, it gives you a new perspective and something new to try. The stuff at, like, they have cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that I don't know that I mean, I haven't thought about it in a long time, but you saying that makes me really realize that I might be selling myself a little short focusing on the festival food so much when there's so much I haven't had in 3 years of going to Epcot because I concentrate so much on, festival food. Mike Wheeler, just so you know, there is a bunch of that footage from our first I think there's 3 different vlogs from when I very first started out on YouTube, and all I did was film us eating, and it's gross. Um, but his little voice hasn't changed yet in it. So he sounds so sweet and innocent, and he tries real hard to give a really good description of how he thinks everything tasted.
I need to watch them because I love watching when you guys did the boxes. And you told
Oh,
me
yeah.
about them. Like, I have to go watch these vlogs of him saying about the Epcot food because I bet you it's adorable.
It's really adorable. He's so sweet. Oh, man. I saw a nice glimpse of that today. He was being a little
Aw,
mama's boy.
that's so nice.
Um, Cynthia, there's my mama's boy. You.
Aw,
Um, she's not able to explore Epcot. A little wants to keep moving, but she wants to do rides at the Beehive. I mean, that's normal for Epcot. You're lucky that she gets through Epcot without complaining or, just wanting to leave, because that's where we were kind of at.
that's where my husband is. So I think I have to beg him to go to Epcot every time. I'm like, please, we have to go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I love Epcot. Epcot's like my second favorite park. What's your
So
first
what's your
favorite?
first?
Animal
I
Kingdom.
know. It was a joke. I heard
Oh wait, it's any opportunity to say it. Wow, you just lured me into that blind joke.
No,
Oh, you're too
for
funny.
those who didn't know, by now.
Yeah. In case you didn't know. I don't know how you wouldn't. Oh, Mike, that was funny. You made me laugh. Speak to text can be pretty hilarious sometimes. All right, so where are we at with
We did festival Food and Wine. I mean,
we're
Food and Wine has a lot of stuff that we didn't talk about. They have a lot of
yeah,
special events. I don't know what they're bringing back, but a lot of things where you can like meet and like cook with the chef and stuff, and like the party for the senses where you can try like the upscale special ticketed party. There's a lot
right.
of things that they do for Food and Wine, but it just depends on when you're going and all that
I
kind
will I will say for me that when we have gone during Food and Wine Festival, I think we tried to hit the booth one year, one time. And then after that, I just kind of gave up on it because it is such a popular, it was always the most popular of all the festivals.
I agree.
And it was just kind of chaos. And I'm not going to wait 30 minutes in a line for a 2 bite piece of food.
No.
I will not do that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Which is why if you hit the festivals on the weekdays, sometimes it's better because the
Yeah.
weekends, like a lot of people who live close by have off, so it's easier. Everything's a little more crowded on the weekends, no matter where you go. But
Yeah.
I agree. I can't do it. Just especially because I have a limited time there. I don't want to wait.
Right. I agree. For me, I mean, I'm going to say it and I'm not going to be apologetic about it, but the Food and Wine is my least favorite festival. And I feel like it has the least to offer as far as like festivities for a festival. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
before, like I said, the only thing they really did was the concerts, the
Yeah.
live music.
Yeah, but they all have live music. There's like Eat to the Beat and like, like you
Right.
it's and everything.
Yeah.
Um, I
So,
I tend to agree. I feel like I don't know. I feel like still kind of going back to what I said earlier, with the festival booths never really coming down, I really think that they have to be more intentional with the things that they put in it as relation to what
yeah.
the countries are around them. And
Yeah.
then maybe leaving them open all the time could make the line shorter. Like, even if it
Right.
was changed seasonally and maybe it wasn't just a distinct like flower and garden, food and wine, holidays, festival of the arts, like if it was
Right.
just kind of a rotating menu for countries that they don't have or
Or
areas of things like vegan
yeah.
food or vegetarian food, that healthy one, and then
Yeah.
a sweet something like they do that donut shop thing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't know, but that would help reduce the lines, and changing it
Absolutely.
seasonally would give you opportunity.
Yeah, we'll switch it up more and like have more to look forward to
Yeah,
of like different things.
and figure I don't know.
I mean I'm not speaking present day. That was, a couple years back,
Yeah,
but
you're okay.
I just remember
You do
being
whatever you
so
want.
I just remember being so turned off by it. Like it was the barbecue booth, and there
Yeah.
was like the piggyback wings and the whatever burger,
Oh, I
and yeah, and they had like the Impossible Burger and the regular one, and then like the piggy wing or whatever. And I remember waiting and like sweat dripping down my leg while I'm waiting for this food, and I'm like, this is terrible. This
because
food better be good.
it seems to take a lot longer at the
Yeah,
I don't know why. I mean, which maybe I don't know. They just need to figure something out on
yeah.
how to make it come out smoother. I don't know.
Well, I think
I
it's like
also feel like now we're gonna get into some like restaurant talk where we're both gonna try to analyze
uh,
how to like
I
well,
know.
what we think they should do.
Right. Well, I think they just need they kind of know what booths are the most popular, the ones that are being the most buzzed about, and uh just add a higher surplus to those, better volume, more people. I mean, you can only have so many people working there. Maybe throw like an extra, uh, you know, holding rack at that booth so that they can, get more of it. Just keep pumping out the volume is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Um, what is a flower power?
Oh, I miss that too,
What
Mike,
what
as
is
well.
it?
It's like the
What?
concert series, it's when they used to have all like the older bands come in, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s, like the Flower Power and
Oh,
the Garden concert series. They used to have like I can't even remember now who
that's so
that's
cool.
yeah, when we were that's 2006 when my college program, that's what they still had, and it was so funny because like all our managers would get so excited. They're like, "Oh, like, JP
Yeah,
or something would come. Like, they would have weird, cool people that they would love from it was really cute. It
that's
was fun.
awesome.
Like, it made it so fun. Now
Yeah.
they have bands that you're like, "Oh my god, they're that old, they're playing here," like Smash Mouth.
Right. I was
I
just
was
gonna
like
say Smash Mouth. They're like, all right, Seal, yay, Kiss Thy Roses.
yeah.
I never got to see him live, finally.
I know, it's so weird. You're like, "Wow, we're living
Uh,
now that these people are
yeah,
playing Epcot."
we're there now. That's
Yeah.
right. We don't have to buy a ticket to what is it, 98 degrees?
98 degrees.
98 degrees. That would have been like, oh man, you would have flipped your basket over for
I feel like
that
you would have had to like been on the phone with Ticketmaster. You didn't even go online about it. You would have been like,
for hours.
yeah, trying to
Just
get a
to get
ticket. So fun.
any ticket. Now you can just go to an Epcot festival and see 98 degrees. What the heck?
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike. He clarifies the 60s and 70s were the flower
Flower
power, and then
power.
the 80s and 90s the food and wine. That's so
Oh,
cute. That was a good idea. Now it's a
that
little
is very intelligently
well, we're not
planned.
there yet, so I'm wait, but we can talk. Want to move to holidays?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
love
unless
that.
anybody has anything else to say about food and wine, what your favorite things are, or all right, Luke's saying hi, everybody. Oh, but he's saying bye,
Hi,
everybody.
Luke. We heard his comments about Flower and Garden and his
Yeah, he's a cutie. It's fun. It's funny to hear him now and then go back and watch those old videos from only like 2 years ago. It's insane. It is crazy how fast they grow up.
Aw.
But yeah, and we can move on. The Festival of the Holidays is my second favorite festival. So where do you want to start with Festival of the Holidays? I know it's gonna be a little bit different this year, I think. Well, it didn't happen last year, did it?
No, they had like festival holidays. They didn't have like all the things that they had before. What's your favorite part? Talk about that. Let's just go with whatever your favorite part is.
My favorite part is, well, of course, the food. Now, like the food, usually there actually aren't a ton of things that I really like have to get for festival holidays. It's more about just I love everything is so decorated, and every country is so authentic to the culture of the country in their decorations and what you would see if, I mean, I'm assuming that they are. I haven't been to all of those countries, but
Oh,
you
you have.
feel world traveler at Epcot. But I feel like you're transported there, and my favorite part is the storytellers of the Christmas traditions from each culture. That, like, what is it? The one in Norway where it's like the fun skit they used to do where there was like the lady, and then the other guy would act like he couldn't see her, and she would like creep around the house and stuff like that. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. They're my favorite too. I love
Yeah,
that's the it makes it so unique compared to the other
holiday
one.
holiday traditions, right?
Yes,
That's what.
holiday tradition
Yes.
storytellers. Yeah, I
Uh,
agree. They didn't have. I agree with you, Mike. It was a downfall, and
yeah.
it makes it so. I don't know, magical. Like I don't want to use that word, but like Christmassy, holiday-y.
Yeah. No, I mean, you see Father Christmas and Santa Claus, and then you
Yeah,
see each of the different countries, um their traditions represented in ways that you might not have known any other way. And
it's
I
really.
go ahead.
I would say it's the edutainment part of Epcot that's always supposed to be there.
Yes, absolutely. And that's like the great thing about Epcot is like you're so immersed in that experience that you're learning and absorbing and don't even really realize it because it's so enjoyable with the way that they present it to you. Um, Also, I think this year, from what I read on the website, is that the Candlelight Processional will be back. And the storytellers, I don't think will, but they are going to have some character cavalcades with Santa Claus and other Christmas people going around with Christmas music.
Oh, you can
John,
super chat.
yeah.
Thanks, Don. And
Your
your
mom.
mom.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day,
Mother's
Mom.
Day.
Love you. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us on our Mother's Day Sunday evening,
Yes.
talking about Epcot Festival.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Captain Akron, welcome in.
Hey.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like other than walking down Main Street USA towards Cinderella Castle, that is probably the most Christmas feels of magical holidayness that you can get is Epcot.
Yeah, because like Magic Kingdom gives you that fantasy Christmas feeling, like you're in a, like that a Hallmark movie kind of like feeling.
Yeah,
Epcot gives you like real traditions. Is I mean, as real as a theme park can be, but like that. It's completely different. I hope it
yeah.
comes back too. I think it will. I have a like seeing how everything's moving forward. I really think that everything will come back.
I think that within the next year, like 2020, like the rest of this year, I think we're going to see a little annotated versions of
Yeah.
what we want to see. But I think moving forward to 2022, wait, what year is it? Yeah, 2022. Last year somewhere in there, that we will see all of that stuff come back and maybe even bigger and better than it was before because they have, more time to plan and think of, brainstorm ways to make it even more awesome.
I agree. That's awesome.
Hope, I don't know. We can hope.
I know. I agree though. When you said earlier that like festival holidays to me isn't about the food or whatever's. I mean, the food's there, but the food booths don't stand out to me as much.
Right.
Really, the only booth I would want to have is like Laheim, that one, where they have like the
Uh-huh.
black and white cookies. But I eat all that stuff here because we have great. That's what we
Right.
have. So like that always looks good to me, but I eat that all the time, so it doesn't
Right.
matter.
Yeah, I always skip
I have the
that
real
booth
stuff.
because we've got the real stuff everywhere down here too. So it's
Yeah.
It's a skippable booth for me. I'm like,
Yeah, like
I can go to 2J's and get that any day. I'm gonna get other stuff. Um, but yeah, I think definitely the holiday traditions. And I have never I'm so disappointed in myself, but I've never been to the Candlelight Processional.
same, I
It
haven't either.
it's been on my list to go every single year, but then there's the line and I see the wait and I almost did the thing where you um go to eat and then you get the VIP seating or what is
Yeah,
it?
we
Preferred.
reserved seating already, yeah.
Yeah. I almost did that the year before last, and then we ended up canceling our reservations because we were eating festival food. So there's another like check off my list on why I need to stop doing festival food.
I mean, that's the best way, I think, if you wanna save time, and you don't
Yeah.
care about, like, wherever you're gonna eat for dinner, you can go there and then go get your seat for the show.
But there's lots of good places you can eat. Like you can go to Via Napoli and San Hill and like
Oh my
tons of
gosh. We just made a list the other night of all the places we wanna eat on our next trip. Like, I wanna go so bad right now. Like,
yeah.
definitely, like, one of the places.
Oh my god, so
I want that
good.
pizza so bad.
It's so good. You have to go there. The
Yes, it's so good. I
pizza.
love it. Miss it. We went like the only time I went was on like a spur of the moment thing on our honeymoon. We like had a dining credit we had to use and we were there. We're like, let's go. And like did a table. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And
Did you
because
get
like
pizza?
yeah, because it was we were on the dining plan.
Uh-huh.
So like with how it worked, you each get like an appetizer and then an entree and then like whatever.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
lunch, so I think all you got was an appetizer and entree. So we each got a pizza because it was
Oh
2
my
dining plans.
gosh.
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh my god, it was so good." Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Like, it was only 2 of us, there was no one else with us. But, like, I could eat a whole pizza myself, so I mean, let's
Those pizzas though, oh
I
man,
know.
they're so good. They're
Yeah, it was
I almost we had a dining reservation there just so that we could go and my mom could try the pizza and then like we could continue on and I was gonna put it in a plastic baggie in my backpack
yeah, we took
because
some
I
pizzas. We
yeah,
had to. It's so
so
good.
good. So good. That's like the ultimate like never mind. It's the best pizza. It's so good.
Huh. Okay, so,
What's my
um
saying here? The dining plan with festivals is a good thing.
yes,
Good
it
to
is. It's a really good thing when they had it.
Oh, because you could use your snack credits.
Yeah.
Is the dining plan gone now?
It's not back right now. They haven't,
Okay.
yeah, it's not they aren't offering it at this time. But they didn't
That's
say what they're gonna do going forward, but
that's one thing that I have some knowledge about, but I have zero personal experience with because we've never
we used to use the dining plan a lot, but then we bought an annual pass for one of us, like, not right now,
right.
but so
Mhm.
we figured out that, like, getting one annual pass and getting Tables in Wonderland was a better deal than the dining plan.
Right, which
Because
is
we actually, like oh my god, this is so almost embarrassing, but, like, we eat a lot of table service places, so we would always get, like, the premier ones so we could eat at the signature restaurants, and we would still order more food than what the dining plan offers. Because we would wanna eat, like, we eat so much, like,
yeah.
that, like, we're like, "Why are we doing this?" Like, we're still paying more money than what we're it was ridiculous. It was
Than what you're consuming,
yeah, we, like after a honeymoon, like, which we were like, "Screw this," like, we're never
not
gonna get the dining
anymore.
so,
Right, 'cause it
but if you wanna prepay for your trip and you feel like
well,
it is
the
worth
way that we figured it out always was that if you were gonna do the dining plan, that you basically had to be ordering the most expensive things on the menu and then, like, eating so much
it.
food.
Yeah, and if you don't wanna base your whole trip around food, then, like, it's not worth it. But there are other dining plans. You can get, like, the quick service one and stuff, but you have to just
Yeah.
do the math, like, think about it and do the math. I've done so much math on this Disney
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah,
People
absolutely,
don't
same.
understand that, like,
It's a number crunching
oh
game.
yeah, you're like, "Okay, so if I'm gonna go to Epcot Festivals," that's like we did. We were there during Food and Wine on our honeymoon. We used so many of our snack credits at the booth. It was awesome
Yeah.
because you're getting, like, a small plate, we're sharing something, walking around,
Yeah.
and you're not
I
spending
I'm
not
trying to
everything is a snack. you know.
No. Right, right, right. But the prices have gone up so much, even in the last 3 years
Yeah,
of
I don't know what would be considered a snack.
let me think. I'm trying to think of how much I spent on our food day. Uh, I mean, there was two of the festival drinks that I got. Um, I would, I mean, probably close to $100, and we were hungry when we left, I think.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I would still need a dinner,
Yeah, I still went home and had an Impossible Burger that I had in the fridge. So I was like, oh, what else can I eat?
right?
So, I mean, to spend that much money on it was fun. I don't know. You gotta
It's
pick and choose
you
your
have to try it.
battles.
If you wanna do it, you have to try it. And if you like
Right.
budget for it, just do it. But,
Yeah. What I need to do is just skip. I need to make a plan for my next Epcot day to just be a list of all of the Epcot food I haven't tried before that is
oh,
specifically not a festival.
I can help you with that. That's what we can do on our trip. We have to go.
Yes.
We have to just eat not festival food because I love
Yeah.
the not festival food. I do. I really do. I could get so like, I mean, I would just like collect it. Like I would have
Me
shopping
too.
bags of like
Yeah, little
snacks for later.
chipmunk it. We're storing for winter.
We could take it all back to the room and like do a whole like show on all of our snacks.
Yeah. It'll be our Epcot haul. Will all be food.
That's so true. Except like the ice cream I need. We have to eat that
Well, yeah.
but
That's all right.
yeah,
We'll
you,
just share
oh my
that.
gosh, there's so much good like Epcot food. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Um,
stuff.
that's true. I was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
What Mike said about the aren't worth the money unless you have a snack credit, but that's also true for some of the hacks when you are on the dining plan. There's some like way better snacks to get than other ones as
Yeah.
far as like a monetary value. Like if you're going to use them, don't waste it on. Yes,
Hi,
exactly.
Tina. Sorry.
Ziploc Ziploc baggies are your best friends. Tina McNeil, welcome in. Sorry, I interrupted Noelle saying hi to you.
We don't have a plan, but unless you get it as part of the package, not paying. I agree. I agree with you about the discounts because you can only have one discount, and they usually
Yes,
like it's yeah.
right. Exactly. That's why I've never done it because I will take my room discount
Mhm.
over like the food. I like to have this is where my OCD is going to kick in a little bit here. I like to have full control over my food eating options and possibilities. Like, don't tell me I have to have a snack, a this, a that. Like, I'm going to get whatever I want
I
when I want it.
I think I feel you. Like I know that I know everyone Disney's different, but like our Disney is about food, and I think that's definitely what we spend the most money on when we go. Like not souvenirs, not whatever. It's like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? I don't care. I'm here. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I
So,
mean, it's just about, like, we've talked about this multiple times, but it's just about prioritizing your personal
mhm.
experience and what is more valuable to you,
Yeah.
you know?
We didn't talk about Festival of the Arts yet.
Yeah, I think we're roping it back in there. We
Yeah,
we started a few minutes late.
we're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you guys for hanging out with us,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
we're gonna finish up on our last festival. We're bringing it back around to Festival of the Arts, which
Yeah.
is always that's my birthday festival.
Oh, yay. Yeah,
That's what I
you
call
usually go during that time. So,
it. Yeah, so I've caught that festival a couple times. I think it's what three years in a row now because I always go for my birthday, and it started.
5
So
years
what?
ago. This is
Yeah,
the 5th.
2016. Look at me. I'm like a Festival of the Arts connoisseur
I've never been, so I'm in,
expert.
never been to the Arts.
um, I
I've
think
seen a lot about it, obviously, from all of you wonderful people, but
right. I think that for that festival, experiencing all of them and coming back around to that one, the first year I experienced it, it was lackluster for me. I was like, it's just like a bunch of art that they're trying to get you to buy. Um, and I wasn't a huge fan of the food. Like the food looked a little prettier, but it didn't taste any better.
Okay.
And then after I gave it another chance, like the next 2 years, I absolutely love it. I found that I was slowing down and taking more time to just sit and look at the art and talk to the artists and soak it all in. And not even, I've barely eaten any of the Festival of the Arts food, to be honest with you. That festival for me is all about just really absorbing everything that there is to offer as far as opportunities to meet the artists that are
Cool.
displaying their artwork. That's incredible. It's like being at a nonstop art show like in Miami, but it's a really, really cool thing.
It just adds, like Flower and Garden, like you said, it adds something there. It adds something, and you can actually talk to the people and see what they're doing,
Yeah.
which is really nice. I like that. It gives you something else to do when you're, and we've all seen the pavilions a lot of times. That's really exciting. I mean, I do really want to go, so I hope one year soon, maybe next year, I'll be able to get, to
Yeah.
be nice. Maybe for your
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
You don't have to twist my arm. I'll go to Disney.
No.
Yeah, I think that everyone should at least experience it once and maybe give the art aspect of it a chance, the chalk art. And another thing that is really amazing when you're walking and seeing all the chalk art and the artists that are down there on the ground, hands and knees, like covered in the dust, just doing the art. And then you look up and you're like, it's about to rain. Like that art
Oh my God, I wonder that every time.
is only going to last like maybe for the next couple hours. And then they're going to start all over tomorrow or later on that day. And so it makes it almost that much more special. And I don't know that it's like this moment that you're seeing it and you're seeing them do it is only going to last like this fraction of the moment. And I was here to see it. I experienced this beauty and, taking a picture of it. And then that's how it lasts forever in your memory because after that, it's just washed away.
Right.
And yes, the 3D chalk art, Mike, is absolutely incredible. I wish I could be there for every single one that happens, but it's amazing because when you look down at it, you kind of don't even see it. And then when you walk around to the other side of it, they're probably, I want to say at least 20 feet tall, like long murals by about maybe 6 or 7 feet wide, maybe 30 feet by, let's say 30 feet by 6 feet.
Lynn,
What?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, you're good. Tell them about Festival of the Arts. I'll be right back.
Okay. But the 3D art, it's just really, really, really cool. And when you step around to the end and you see it looking up and the way that the eyes play on the perspective of what the artist did is just absolutely incredible. And then they do just so many different ones. I missed the tea party one, looked so cute. But everyone that I have been able to see and be a part of and take pictures of was a lot of fun. Hi Hannah, welcome in. And yes, the giant paint by numbers has been a lot of fun. I participated in two of those, and they're really cool. You're a piece of the artwork. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. No. I was like, oh no, I can't hear you again. But the paint by numbers is really cool because you just feel like you're a part of it. You're a part of the art, even if you're just sponge painting 5 blocks, still pretty cool.
No, I think that's it. I think Festival of the Arts would be really fun to see. I mean, I feel like it's like I feel like it started when you said like lackluster at the beginning because it was like a filler between Festival of the Holidays and then Flower
Right.
Garden. But now they're really expanding. So who knows?
Right. Yeah, I think that every year they just get better and better. Hannah, Mike Wheeler said Disneyland already opened up on April 30th, and yeah,
Yeah.
Disneyland. But yeah. So that's exciting too. I don't know much about Disneyland, so we're talking about Epcot and Walt Disney World right now. But yeah. So I think that if you haven't been to Festival of the Arts, that even though it is the infant stages of Epcot festivals, that it's definitely worth checking out. And I think that every year it's for me, actually every year has improved. So, and I hope that they bring back the live performers again because seeing them perform right in front of Spaceship Earth in the background is pretty awesome too. So,
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about Festival of the Arts. I think the unique thing is the Broadway performers that come and perform. I've seen a
yes,
lot of, like, the videos and because I haven't been there, so a lot of, like,
right.
I think that's so nice, like,
That's really
it's
cool.
so different because it really incorporates, like, performing arts, like, visual art, different types of arts, not just, like, here are paintings, here are this, and
Yeah,
seeing, like you said, the live chalk artists and the live Broadway performers, things that maybe
yeah,
you wouldn't get to see other places.
right. You might
That's
not
really
ever be able to experience that in
yeah.
any other
They have, like,
facet.
the people from Aladdin on Broadway, like, all the different shows, which is
Yeah,
really cool. I love
it
that
is really
stuff,
cool.
so I think that's very appealing to me
Yeah.
for that
Hey,
festival.
Britt, happy Mother's Day.
Hey, Bria, happy Mother's Day.
So
Aw.
yeah, I mean, wrapping it up, I think we love Epcot festivals. I think I have a new um mission in not space in Epcot is to really broaden my horizons and try to steer away from Epcot festivals because I'm so obsessive about it that, like you said, I'm missing out on regular Epcot stuff.
Um, yeah, I think the festivals are a nice thing if you have done Epcot a lot and you wanna try something new and you wanna have a different experience when you go to the park.
Yeah,
Also, if maybe Disney isn't your thing and you're there for a family vacation or a conference or
right.
you're gonna be staying in one of those hotels during a festival time, to try it out. Try out the festival and see what else you can get out of something that maybe isn't so, like, quote, unquote, "Disney."
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm not saying that because I've concentrated on the foods, like I still want to do all of the festival things that I
Yeah.
can do, like I'm not discounting it. I think
No.
that even if you're not going, I'm saying that there's so much more to do than just the food. And
Right.
I tend to
Agreed.
concentrate on food. So
Same.
broadening horizons, I guess.
Food is so good.
Yeah. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate you. But yeah, I think for me that pretty much wraps up Epcot Festival talk. And um, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about as far as Epcot festivals?
No, I don't think so.
If you guys missed it, we were running a couple minutes behind today, and we started with Flower and Garden, and then we went through Food and Wine, Festival of the Holidays, and finished with Festival of the Arts. So if you want to watch the replay, you can cover all the bases on the different talking points about the pros and the cons and the different things that you can do at the different festivals. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, Epcot definitely holds a special place in your heart. Um, it's pretty special to me too because it was my favorite, park as a child, and I still really, really enjoy it now today too. So I don't know.
I
You
think
can
that
never
was
have,
perfect.
yeah, you can never have too much Epcot in your life.
No.
That's what I always say.
No. It was awesome. It's awesome. I mean, and I'm like we also said in the beginning, just to recap, that I personally think Epcot's going to be really, really festival centric
Oh yeah.
once the construction and is completed.
I think you nailed that.
It's
Absolutely.
going to really focus on.
I'm all about that too. I mean, why lapse in
Mm,
the time if you have the booths available, like fill them up with food. It's just more money for them anyways. Just
yeah, and I mean, Disney can call us. We have a lot of input on what we want
yeah,
to see out of it. So
we'll let them
let
know.
us know. Yeah.
So before we leave here, what do you have coming up? If you guys are not familiar, this is Noelle Bobo. She has a YouTube channel. The link to her channel is in the description down in down below, right down there. So you can subscribe to my friend Noelle, and her Instagram is on there. What do you have? Anything coming up
Oh
that
yeah,
you
well,
want?
I haven't announced any of this, but I just started working on some videos so I can post my first vlog, yay, and not
Yeah,
just you, our awesome conversation. And I'm really starting to focus on feeling healthy and better about myself and my
fantastic.
life. And um, I've been eating a lot different and healthier and better and just more constantly good food.
Yeah,
And I've been doing a lot of like little early morning workouts. So I'm excited to
that's
talk about
fantastic.
my journey and what's going to happen. So I'm very excited about that. And then
I'm
I have
excited for
some
you.
little recipes and stuff coming up. Stuff,
Yeah.
nothing crazy. I mean, I'll get into all that on my channel, but
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. I can't
I
wait to
know
see
you're so
it.
excited.
It's gonna be awesome. And I'm so excited for you, and that, this is, what's going on in your life, and that you're sharing it with all of us, and taking us along for the ride. And I think that's great. And I'm really excited about it.
I'm
So
excited that you're here too
yeah.
because you definitely inspire me. You know that. And I think
Aw.
that not to get too like sappy and lame at the end of this, but
I
you're
love you.
I know, but you're an awesome person, Lynn, and happy Mother's Day. You're a phenomenal
Mm.
mom, and you do so much for your family and your kids, and I love
You too, all of those things. So happy that we met through this amazing thing called YouTube and the internet, and we would have never met otherwise. And so it's really an amazing thing that this community, the Disney community, the YouTube community, that we were able to find each other and spark up this amazing friendship. And so many of you guys, all of you guys in chat, like, I talk to you guys all the time. You're amazing. And I would never have that in my life if it wasn't for all of this and this journey. So I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And I don't know, I just love being
Yes.
able to share all of the things with you guys and hang out, and hopefully eventually meet all of you in the parks, because it's not been, I don't have the greatest track record, but I'm working on it. Very difficult. Time management is not my strong suit, but I'm working on it. We're all works in progress, right?
Exactly. Oh, well,
But
I had fun tonight. Thank you guys so much for
yeah.
joining us on Mother's Day. And I don't know. I guess Pete's live now with Dad Builds, so on his channel,
Oh
which
yeah, go
is really
check out Pete. If
fun.
somebody wants to drop the link in the chat to
Yes.
Pete's live stream, send you guys over there to hang out with him. I have a evening of crab legs and movies and
Yay.
homemade popcorn in my future. So that's going to be cuddle buddy with my guy over here. Oh, that one. This is epic. Derpy Foot's one of the kids.
Oh, that's cute.
So I'm gonna go hang out with him. I think that's his call for cuddle time and watching movies. So
Yeah, well, have fun, guys. Enjoy your night, everyone, and we'll see you in
yeah.
a couple weeks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. We'll see you soon. And remember, every day is a countdown to Disney. Mwah.